Eunice is going to talk to us through her journey of what she has been going through when she decided, why she decided to make a decision to join one of my programs, Thinking into Results, because Thinking into Results is a premium program that requires a considerable amount of investment. So I believe Eunice has been extremely brave and courageous to have made this decision. So I just want her to talk us through, first of all, Eunice, tell us, introduce yourself, tell us what you do, and then talk to us through the process of what made you make this decision, and how did you feel about investing in yourself initially? Because I know we've been having this conversation since maybe April or May this year, right? And
Yeah.
how did you overcome your fears? Because I know that you've been very, very, you hit the terror barrier really hard when you had and how you overcame it. Because Eunice was supposed to get on the installment plan, but she decided to make a full upfront payment at once. And I'm very, very proud of her, and I'm very excited to have her here. Yeah, exactly. We should all be clapping for her today. So yeah, Eunice, over to you. Talk us through the process and how you currently feel also.
Thank you. Sorry for my legs. Like it's actually not blinking, so I don't know what's going on.
It's all right. It's
Yeah.
not really so much of a bother.
Okay. So, where do I start? How I got into the program?
Yeah, I mean, what made you, speak to me? What made you come into this process? What made you decide that Thinking into Results is it? What's it been like you emotionally, at a mental level, at a spiritual level, and how you overcame that fear?
So I've been like on a long growth and healing journey for a few years. I did therapy and whatnot. So I have these life goals that I want to achieve, etc. And I was lagging, or rather, I'm lagging behind in them. And I think after all those other things, therapy and whatnot, now I got the clarity that I needed, was able to deal with things from the past and everything. Yeah, so after that, I just felt like I am ready to soar, for lack of a better word. And so I reached out to a friend of mine who's a coach, and I told her I'm looking for somebody who does something like, who's like a performance coach or something. But I don't think they're really like performance coaches in Kenya yet. I don't know. Anyway, so she referred me, she asked around in her circles, and then she referred me to you. She was like, I think you're the one who does something close to that. It's not exactly like that though, now that I know about it. But the funny thing is I've known about Bob Proctor for a while, and I still listen to him on YouTube and everything. So the first time I came across this program was a while back, and I thought it was interesting. But then, like, there was no one in Kenya who was even talking about it and whatnot. So, and then I checked American prices, and I was like, oh, this is too expensive for me. Yeah, so I was just like, oh, it's okay. Yeah, so when it came up with you, actually, I think what I liked about you is that you're a Bob Proctor consultant. I was actually jazzed about that. Yeah, so I thought that was interesting. Then I think we did the shorter course with you just to see how things work. And yeah, I guess when I looked at my life goals and where I am now, it felt like it was just the next logical step. Yeah, I think there's a saying I heard from somebody. I can't remember who, but he was saying that thing for in nature, everything strives to be its best apart from human beings. And so I was really challenged by that. I was like, oh my God, I need to strive to be my best. Yeah, plant can't be better than me. Yeah, so yeah, I think that's the main reason, to be honest. I want to grow, want to have impact, and something I'm passionate about. I really want to see Africans rise. Yeah, I think what holds us back is our mental capacity and beliefs and all those things. And yeah, I know a lot has to do with the past, history, colonialism, blah, 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 etc. But I don't think we're defined by that. Yeah, I think I learned this through religion, not really from, I don't know, therapy or whatever. Yeah, but mainly just that, like, if we're created in the image of God, Like we are truly limitless. And so I remember when I understood that concept, I was like, oh my God, I need to change my whole life and live like that, like walk with my head high. Yeah, so yeah, I think that's literally the genesis behind it. Then it's taken me a while. Like you said, the terror barrier hit me, the resistance and everything. And that was not exactly fun. I had a lot of doubt. I kept feeling like, am I ready to spend all that money? What if I actually don't change? I don't know what. Yeah, but you see, I think it's what you said, and one of those videos that Bob also said, if you don't change, it's actually because of you. If you do the work and everything, you will change. But if you're, what's the word? If you're not fully committed, you won't, just like the way you've just said right now, if you're not fully committed, then you won't see the full results. So for me, honestly, this is a leap of faith. And I've just decided that in spite of the fear and doubt and everything, I'm just going to commit 100%. And then you can interview me after 6 months. See how things are.
No, no, it won't take 6 months, Eunice. I'm going to interview you maybe just after maybe 4 weeks,
Oh,
trust
really?
me. Yeah. You're going to start experiencing phenomenal changes. In fact, I had interviewed Linda 2 weeks ago, and I mean, just within 10 days, she had already started experiencing phenomenal changes. And, she's on a different program, I agree, but it's just the way this works. This
Yeah.
is just how it works. But Eunice, I want you to, and if you don't mind speaking up, if you could speak up a bit. I think your audio is not very audible.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I want you to just tell everybody, how you're currently feeling, because yesterday when you came on our book club, you said I feel like crap. So walk us through that. Is it to do with the money? Is it the money factor that made you feel like crap, or are you feeling uncomfortable because you feel like it's going to be a process? It's going to be a process, and you're scared about the process, or was it the money thing? You feel like you spend way too much money on yourself. Is that the problem? And I also want you to talk a bit about the money bit, that why somebody should invest in themselves. Why did you take that step eventually, right? So if you can just walk us through that a bit.
Yeah, since I paid, I think just like I said yesterday, I've been having that crappy feeling. It's discomfort, really. I think that's the best way. But like for the last maybe 3 months, I generally have like a theme for my life at each stage, whatever I'm working on. So like the theme for this past like 3 months has been embrace the suck. Basically to face up any discomfort that I'm feeling and just work my way through it. Because I think I had sometimes, well, a lot of times I tend to just run away or try to avoid it or numb it or whatnot. And I think, I don't know, I was just fed up. I was like, I'm not running away anymore. Yeah, like we're facing everything and embracing everything, good, bad, etc. Yeah, because even the bad might not actually be bad. It's just how I'm looking at it. Yeah, so um, I remember when we talked, I actually told you I'll do it in installments. And then now later on, I just thought about it. I was like, no, let me just commit the whole way. Yeah, there's no backing out. I was like, pay, forget, move on and do the work. Yeah, so that's
You
how I
really
actually ended up
surprised
doing it.
me. You really surprised me, because you just sent me the RTGS copy, and you just told me that you just paid the full payment, and I got goosebumps for you, because I was like,
Oh,
look at her overcoming her fears like this. Because I remember the entire last week, I think I sent you a message on Thursday reminding
yeah,
you, because the prices were changing, and we had
yeah.
already spoken, so I didn't want you to pay the higher price, obviously. So I had been reminding you, and and then here you come. I
I
was
was
just expecting
avoiding.
an installment, and here you came. I was so proud of you. Like, I couldn't, I mean, I can't even express how proud I am of you, Eunice. And I loved how you talked about, you said you got fed up of your fears. So for whoever is listening to us here today, you know, if you are fed up of your fears, and you should be, because you can't live with them forever, I can assure you of that. You will also get to a point where Eunice got to, you know, that you just tell yourself, I'm done, you know, you're done. You can't do this anymore to yourself. So yeah, carry on, Eunice. I'm so happy to hear this. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, sorry,
Okay.
I got you, but yeah.
Yeah, so where was I? Yeah, so I made the payment. Then now, like apart from, so with the money part, I was just thinking I should be saving, that could have gone into my retirement plan. I don't know what. Yeah. Yeah, but then I was just like, you know what? I think the larger lesson I learned from therapy and then all that other personal work I've been doing since then, because I've done a couple of other things, is that honestly, the best investment you can make is in yourself. Yeah, and like when you change your mind, it changes so many other things in your life. Yeah, so I even told myself I better earn that money back and way more after this. Yeah.
Absolutely. So you see,
Yeah.
this is always my, what you said, the best investment is the investment you can make in yourself, right? And of course, if you don't invest, you can't make more. So I love what you just said. You told yourself that you invest in yourself and make more money from that. That absolutely makes
Yeah.
sense. So how you
Yeah.
said that, instead of, you told yourself, oh, you have to save it for your retirement. Have you all think like that, save it or put it towards my child's education or this, that, we all have other expenses, that our paradigm talks to us about. But I'm so proud that you could overcome all that. And Linda did the same. She did the same, because that's exactly what she said in her testimony, that we'll always have other things, right? So I think that was so beautifully said by the two of you, and I mentioned her because she's on this call right now. That's why I'm mentioning her. So yes, please carry on. Sorry, I cut you again.
No, it's okay. Yeah. And so apart from that, I've been having so many feelings of doubt in myself. It's like, will I actually carry through, do the assignments as I'm supposed to do them, finish the work, etc. Will things actually change? Like there's so many thoughts. Yeah. And so, well, yesterday's call helped me in the book club just to see that all of that was just fear. And then now also, like I just sat down and looked at the different decisions I've made over my life. All the best ones were not really based on logic. Yeah. Well, there's a bit of logic in there, but
Say it
but not
again.
really, to be honest. Yeah. And then now, after all of them, I literally had the exact same feeling I'm having now. And for all of them, there's not one that I've said I wish I didn't do it. Yeah. So I'm just telling myself it's the same feeling. So just, I don't know, feel it and then move on and do whatever you're still supposed to do. Yeah. I don't think there's anything, I don't really have a deep saying for it except that. Yeah.
No, but thank you so much, Eunice. I think you've been amazing, and you've been very authentic. You've been very honest about, because this is exactly what I wanted to hear, that how do you feel before you make a decision that's going to be life-changing? You feel fear, you feel doubt. But again, it's a decision to overcome those fears and doubts. We all feel uncomfortable. We all feel like, is this really going to happen? Is it going to work for me? Because when you're putting your money in, that's a natural fear. But you heard what Eunice just said. She said that all the best decisions that she's made in her life have never been based on logic. Yes, there has been some logic, but mostly not. Because when your logic takes over, that's when you stop thinking, because your logic is the biggest, is really highly controlled by your paradigm. Yeah, exactly, Jagannath. I love it. Nothing can stop us if we have strong why and reasons. Absolutely. It's all about what you want. Ladies and gentlemen, for those who are listening to us here today, and whoever will even watch this replay, right, listen very carefully. Ask yourself what it is that you really want. What has been holding you back? Look at Eunice here. She had the courage to pay fully for something she had not even planned to pay fully, and she made that decision. All it takes is to make a decision. If your want is stronger than your paradigm, if your want is stronger than your fears and doubts, in the beginning it won't be. Your fears and doubts will always take over, like it did hers, but she overcame that. She gave her wants a stronger place to be in. And that's why she could make the decision to just pay full upfront and come on board. Thank you so